Right now, there are 5 administrators, managers, directors, or people kind of overseeing everything, keeping everything running. That does not mean that that's all they do. They may be doing other things. For example, the CEO, we also have that's a CEO/principal position. The business manager, now again, it all depends on who applies and what kind of talent you get. What we did for this one, the business manager was also the technology director. Now that may not happen. That's why I didn't want to give out specific names for anything, because we kind of did this for the budget and to get it on paper to see what it would look like. There are 8 support staff. That includes all your office, your food, and your facilities management. There's 1 LPN nurse, and we are hoping that we can work out something with one of the nurses at Bedford, the school nurse, so that we can contract some services outside of that. So that's why we went with an LPN instead of having just a school nurse here. That's 2.5 special education positions, and that half position is a speech therapist. 2 personal development counselors, which those are, well, they're very similar to a guidance counselor's position, but a lot more. But that's why we changed the name, because we're expecting a lot more. So we didn't want them to think they were getting a guidance counselor position. And that's 20 teachers from elementary up through high school, and 5 instructional support teachers, meaning that those are teachers that go into the rooms and help the teacher out. With the numbers that I gave you for the enrollments and the number of teachers that we have, in year 1 we start at a 14-to-1 student-teacher ratio, and we end up with an 18-to-1 student-teacher ratio, which we think is a very nice ratio to have. So, some additional information that has come up since the application has been submitted. I have met with Mr. Gary Durr and Mr. Jim Snyder of the Allegheny College of Maryland, he was called them. And they are very excited about being able to work with the charter school. They already have a presence here in Hyndman, and they would like to keep that. But along with the program that we're offering, they were very excited about the type of program that we're offering, and they believe that we could come up with some programs that we could add some additional things to help out the students as well. So we're looking into all of those aspects as well. So we might be able to bring in some additional educational offerings from the college end to help out the students. So, in conclusion, we ask that the Board of Directors consider approving this charter because we have shown some very strong community support. There are 20 letters of support in the big binder. That's been the big joke, the big binder. And there are 313 individual signatures. I went through and counted them. And now, based on the time, that we had to put all of this together, that's quite a lot of support that we're showing in such a short amount of time, and it keeps growing as we keep going along. We have shown that the number of students currently exists to provide sustainability through the pre-enrollments, and the surrounding communities are supportive. Now, I understand that the surrounding communities are not part of the decision as to whether the charter is approved or not approved, but they do add to the sustainability of the program. And there are community organizations that are supportive, and they're also willing to help. They're already ready to become part of the educational program. And finally, it is a sound educational program that is designed to produce independent, lifelong learners who will give back to their community. And that should be the ultimate deciding factor is, are the children getting a good education? And does it benefit them as well as their community?